Hi, how are you? I woke up very psyched because I saw a link yesterday for an African women leadership, meeting that was supposed to happen today. Today is a Saturday, and I woke up really psyched because I thought I'd attend that and, get to interact with other women and join the conversations ongoing. Anyway, so I didn't freshen up. I just woke up and didn't think I'd have enough time to freshen up and attend that. So I just came straight to the kitchen. I'm making granola today. I love when I make granola. It's like I mix a bunch of nuts with oats and add like maple syrup and yes, just hang in there a minute. Let me show you the things that I use. I had earlier cleaned and air fried the nuts just a little bit. So in this granola recipe, I use oats, and these are Morning Harvest brand oats that I use. And the other thing I use is maple syrup. Sometimes you can substitute this with honey if you love honey, but I'm allergic to honey, so I can't use honey. Like I'm allergic to raw honey. It makes my tummy hurt. There's actually such an allergy. I didn't know. So I use maple syrup, and if I do not have this, I use you'll not believe what this is. I use, guess what this is? Guess what this is? Look, do you see that? That's a huge block of jaggery sugar, scaringuru. So what I do with it, I've not started using this one yet. I just wanted to show you how big the block is. I bought this when I was on a road trip from Homa Bay to Rongo. I was headed out there just on a fun escapade. We were road tripping. And then, so what I do with the jaggery sugar, I was gonna say jaggery guru. What I do with the jaggery sugar, scaringuru, is I try to grind it into not fine particles, but this is the finest it can be. Okay, for me, because it's hard work doing this. So this is what I do with it, and then I mix it with the oats, and then I use nuts. I use walnuts, almonds, and cashew nuts. And for those ones, I have a tip for you guys. There's some Indian guys in Gara. You can check it. You can check when you're there, and I find their prices so good for the nuts and spices. And then there's one more thing that I use. Let me count. Here, this is the other thing that I use: extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, so that's it. So the main ingredient is oats, and then maple syrup, a sweetener, and then vanilla essence and olive oil, and then mix it all up and then throw it in the oven. I intended to show you guys how I do that, but clearly when I was shooting the video, I placed the camera right there, and guess what it focused on? It focused on that Weetabix box instead of what I was doing down below. So yeah, I messed it up. And this is my mixing bowl. I love this bowl. I bought it at EAGM. I bought it at EAGM, and it's really served me. And then I have measuring spoons. Yeah, so that's it. So I'll show you the results like after finishing, but also a video of a progress while it's still in the oven. My oven temperature was 180 degrees Celsius, and I kept, stirring every 10 minutes just to make sure all the granola was browned to my liking. I also used the temperature mode that's all round with a fan, just to make sure the temperature was well distributed everywhere, because it's not like I wanted one part to cook faster than any other. And during that every 10-minute break, please take minimal time to mix up your granola, unlike me here in this video, because your oven will get colder every time you open it. So just to make sure your temperatures in the oven are at a certain level that you already set, which is 180 in my case, please take minimal time to just mix everything up. I also realized different portions of granola take different times to cook. A huge portion will take a little more time than a lesser portion. This is the second mixing. As you can see, it's brown on the top, but we want it to brown everywhere, so we have to mix it up. Yeah, so let me do that. This last stirring you see here was after all the granola was brown enough to my liking in the oven, and I moved the entire tray to the kitchen counter so that the granola can now then cool down before storage. I had so much fun just stirring this every so often to make sure the granola underneath was as cool as the one on top, just to fasten the process of cooling. This is a method you want to use if you're baking like a huge portion of granola, just to enable the granola to cool down fast enough before you store it. Well, some people like to add their seeds at this point. Sunflower seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, any kind of seeds that one prefers. But I prefer to store mine like this, and I can then add seeds into the smaller portions in the plate as I serve to eat.
Once completely cool, transfer to a clean container with an airtight lid. Store in a cool, dry place. Serve with milk, yogurt, and add fruit or berries or seeds of your choice.